It's okay. Hi, this is Gail with part two on my boss's dog here who's talking on how to use PEARLA, which you will love and it's worth every penny. And I don't get any kickbacks from this, but this is what I use in my schoolwork. And it's made me not even really know, like I tried to do the hanging indents before and I can't even do them manually anymore. I'd have to pull out the book. But, okay, so PEARLA is an add-in. So when you put in an add-in into Microsoft, you search it up here. Buddy, it's okay. Come on, hold on. You gotta go out so I can record this. Come here. You're making too much noise. I don't have a bowling ball for you. Sorry, guys. That didn't work out very well. Sorry. My boss's dog comes in the office. So, I'm gonna search up here, and I don't know if, since I already have it on, I don't know if it's gonna really show it. But this is how you would search it out on your computer, and then you can download it, okay? There are other add-ins. We didn't spell it right. Let's try that. And since I've already downloaded it, it's just not going to look for it very well. But here's kind of how it is, and I already have it downloaded. So that's what you would add in. You get a free 7-day trial, blah, blah, blah. And now I just want to show you how to use it. So when I am setting up a new paper to write, let me extend all these boundaries in my recording out so you can see them. That. And like that. Doesn't really want to stretch for me, does it? Always when you're trying to show people stuff, huh? Okay, well, we'll scoot it over there for a minute. Create new paper. So it's in PEARLA. Create new paper. I'm going to either do a research paper or a discussion post, okay? It even has an annotated bibliography. Research paper. So then when I come in here, it already has some stuff kind of pre-populated. And we'll scoot over again so you can see everything. So I wanted an APA 7th edition. The title of my paper, what is the title of this paper? It is Networking and Professional Readiness, okay, by John Doe. And I go to Liberty, you go to Grand Canyon. And your course number is HCA 616, and your instructor is the glorious Dr. Gail Tucker. And then the due date, I don't know when your due date is, but let's say that it is today. Okay, so this is going to make my title page for me. It'll be exactly per APA. It's going to be in New Time or Times New Roman 12-point font. It's going to have my page numbers already done up there. It's incredible. I know, guys. I know, you can thank me later. And so then it starts you out here, okay? It gets better. So in your assignment, in every single assignment that you have for a written paper, you're going to have a criteria, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you always want to start out just listing out what you're going to use for your headers. Headers are required, not running head. Those are not required anymore, but headers, meaning the little subdivisions in your paper that organizes it. So, for example, in this paper, your first header is those 3 professions or 3 disciplines that you taught or that you chose. So I'm going to go back to PEARLA here, and I want to use a header. So you can't see me pointing here, but right here is the title of your paper. It automatically populates it. That's APA 7th edition. You have it on your title page, and then you have it in the first line of the first page of your content, which is page 2, and it does it again there, and that's required, and PEARLA automatically does it for you. So then your first header for the first criteria of your paper is right here. So header, you have different levels of headings, okay? Heading number 1 is this title of your paper. Heading number 2 is the next level down, and you just bring them down kind of like a upside down pyramid, okay? Like an outline kind of, okay? So heading number 2 here, I am going to put as 3 disciplines. Okay, and I want to make that header too, so I'm going to highlight it, put that there, and it's going to exactly do as APA 7th edition says. It's going to put it in bold, left oriented. Okay, then say that my first discipline is nursing. So that's kind of an outline view. That is header number 3, the next one down. Okay, then let's say that my next one is physicians. So that is a level 3, okay, because it's under this right here in kind of outline form. I'm listing my 3 disciplines. And then let's say pharmacists. These are kind of the most common that people use in their paper. That's a level 3, okay. And I don't know how to spell pharmacist, not surprising. Okay, then the next criteria is standards, I believe. I'm going from memory here. Standards for each discipline. So if you were doing an outline, then this is a whole nother section. This was section 1, criteria 1. These were the subsections of it. This is criteria number 2 in your assignment. Okay, so I'm going to come up here and it's heading number 2. Okay, so see, this looks just like that. Then I'm going to come down here and I would address each one. Then I think the third criteria is a current issue. So I'm going to do current issue in healthcare. And remember, this is header level 1, header level 2, header level 3. Just like you're doing in an outline. You start out with number 1, then you go to A's, then you go to little A's, stuff like that. So I'm going to make this. It's criteria number 3 in the assignment, so it has kind of the same strength or power as those others. So I'm going to put a heading number 2. There we go. Now all I need to do is fill in my blah, blah, blahs, right? It already indents each paragraph for me like it should, exactly a half an inch, right? And when I write about nursing, blah, I need to capitalize blah, blah, and on down the road, see? Okay. The other thing that it does that's going to amaze you is that you can put your references in. So, let me move this over here. This is the best part of it, I think. When you look up a magazine article, let's switch. See if I can bring, I don't want to really bring up my gradebook too bad. Sorry about that. I don't want to bring up that. So we are going to go to, let's look up, I'm trying to get to my internet here without showing all my gradebook. So let's say that I want to look up, you can use GCU Library. Let's say that I want a scholarly, which peer-reviewed article, scholarly article about standards for nursing. Okay, so I'm going to come here and let's see. Nursing Practice Act, Nursing Education Transformation. And I'm just finding an article for example. So let's just do this. I'm totally picking this out of the blue. And I'm hoping that it finds it. Nursing Standards 2018. That's a pretty general term. Let me go back and try something else. Scholarly, I'm going to have to go off subject. Scholarly for EMDR. This is what I'm studying in school for trauma. Journal article. Okay, because I just want to show you how it searches these out. So, Journal of EMDR Practice and Research. The efficacy of eye movement desensitization. All right, so what I'm going to do, and this is going to do my entire reference for me in APA. I'm going to highlight the name of the journal article, and if possible, my PEARLA will find it for me and do the whole work. Look up a reference. I Control V to search for this journal article, and 90% of the time it finds it. Otherwise, I put it in manually and it guides me. Here we go. The efficacy of eye movement desensitization. Looky there. So now I say use this work, and all I have to do is check it. It has the author. It already has the author. Sometimes you have to correct some stuff, but it's not much compared to doing the whole thing. Make sure just the first letter of the article title is capitalized. That's APA. Your journal name is always completely in capital, not all caps, but the first letter of each word of the journal name is capitalized, and it's usually italics too. But you see up here, article titles is just proper nouns and the first word, and that's APA 7th edition. It's wacky, I know. Then it already has the volume number, the publication. It didn't have an issue number in here. I can go back and try to find that. It was issue 2018-9. It just gives me a page number, so we're going to probably not find that. That's okay. What do we have? Issue 9 and page number, I think it was 594, but if not, I'm just making it up right now. It gives you a DOI, which you can use in place of the URL. If it doesn't give you DOI, then go back and copy and paste where you got it from off the web and put it in there. So you have a choice there, DOI or URL. Put the retrieval date. Just pick it out of there. And then it's going to do it for you. Okay? So you can review it right there. It's all in APA. Create. Dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun. And it's going to come down and make a reference page on a completely separate page like it should be. And it has a hanging dent perfectly done. Okay? And I apparently need to fix my McAfee. So isn't that amazing? And you can go ahead. You can put your textbooks every semester in there. And so if you already have your textbooks in and you want to add them as a reference, see, these are all, it's keeping all of my references I've ever used, and I can just go back. See, I'm in counseling, so all my stuff looks a little bit different than yours, but I can go back and find my textbooks. I think one of them is TAN this semester. Where's TAN at? And I can choose it. And I don't have to type it in and do all that every time. So this is amazing, guys. I just wanted to show it to you. I've never done paper review. I have no idea what that is. I think it's just going to probably run a spell check or something for me. Let's see. Check your paper for common errors. That kind of looks like a helpful thing. But I've never used it. Okay. Then the other thing you want to always make sure and use if possible is Grammarly. And I don't know if it's on here, if I just downloaded it. I think I just downloaded it from the internet. So Grammarly is amazing. I use it all the time, and it helps me in my papers too. So since I haven't typed much, it's not really finding much. So I definitely recommend using PEARLA. It'll save you many times over. You can also do discussion posts, and it will do your references and everything for you as well. It's amazing. So I'm signing off now. Thanks everybody for listening, and have a great day.